Here is the undefeated WBA number 6 ranked lightweight world contender, introducing the undefeated Matías Romero. Introducing the explosive WBA number 4 ranked lightweight world contender, here is Isaac Pitbull Cruz.
Pitbull Cruz had been gaining attention for his aggressive, come-forward style and knockout power. He had made a name for himself with a sensational 53-second knockout of Diego Magdaleno in 2020. Matías Romero, an undefeated but relatively unknown Argentine fighter, was stepping into the biggest fight of his career.
This is round 1. Isaac Cruz in the black with gold trim. Matías Romero, as we saw in his last fight, Hal, it didn't prove to be much of an issue.
Yeah, he is a monster in the ring, you know, for this fight, and the question is whether he can handle the power of Cruz.
Romero has one first-round knockout that came in his second pro fight back in September 2015. Isaac Cruz comes forward again. When you have such a height and reach advantage for Romero, and yet your opponent
before he went down, which is grab him, hug him.
Job in his career of limiting the effectiveness of his opponent's jabs and the basic technique that could deliver a lot of dividends. Style like this
for his advantage. Have him just like that. He's gonna walk in right to
the clinching and the holding, and there it is again.
That's a very good point, Abner. You know, we were wondering.
Last time in October of 2015. Under 30 seconds left in the second. Cruz just misses with that sweep. Could be a chippy affair here as Cruz lands a left hand to Romero. There's a right uppercut on the inside. And again, that should be one of the key weapons, as you've mentioned, as we look at power punches. Al, very close.
Yeah, on the list in terms of that. Nice uppercut.
Again, Romero's hands are low, but flashes the jab from Romero before he darts out, using angles on the exit.
Need to be working that left in the body. And keep moving, left to right, come on.
He lost the title via razor-thin decision in his first title defense. That instant classic with Leonard Doreen.
You called it right on time. There it is again.
That left uppercut.
He's seen it. He saw that he did damage with
There's the number for you, 26-10 in favor of Cruz when it comes to body shots. Cruz trains at high altitude, and against the undefeated Matías Romero, looking to seize the biggest opportunity of his career.
This is definitely the best fighter he's faced.
And conversely, some people have been known to give fighters.
No, but seriously, stylistically, I think that Romero...
He's not a bad body puncher, Romero. 2 fights ago, he scored a knockout himself, but not like Cruz.
This is the 5th round in an uppercase I and a lowercase L. When they have the proper range, they've been able to land some decent combination. And it's like
he fights good. He's got good distance, but once you get close, you know, you got to learn for a different way to attack. You know, work the body, work the head.
Coming up on the final 60 seconds of the 5th. Short right uppercut on the inside by Cruz.
And right there is working the body.
By Cruz. 15 seconds left here in the 5th. There's a right by Cruz, trying out the holding. Lightweight matchup at the Fight Sphere. Let's go to, or does lead with the right uppercut that misses. That left hook, and now Cruz opening up on Romero.
Continues it. It's going to be a problematic for
6th.
And the last couple of rounds have been really close. I thought, oh my.
1 point.
And Harvey Doc, well, living up to the last name, docking a point from Isaac Cruz for the low blow.
I was saying that the last couple of rounds, the first 2 rounds, I thought were very decisive.
Cruz wanting to cut off the ring, leads with that left hook, trying to keep the necessary distance to use that jab.
And what's a 10-8 round for Romero if he wins the rest of the round, or is it a 9?
If he planned or dreamed of a perfect fight, I think this is it. You know, it's a fight that being taking the point away now. So it's a tough night for Cruz.
Yes, Romero throwing more punches, landing more, and we've reached the...
And it was underneath the belt line, to be sure.
So what makes Romero think he's so special?
Yeah, really. Nice uppercut fight for scoring, and we're about to find out about it.
Yes, we are. Steve Farrad, our unofficial score, midway point.
I think it's a close fight, guys, but I would have had Cruz ahead 2 points. That began to change as he got closer in range. Cruz has landed certainly the harder shots, not necessarily the cleaner shots. So I have Cruz ahead.
Abner, what adjustment would you like to see each fighter make in the second half of the bout?
Take a little step back and make a room for body punches. And Romero, I think that nothing. I think he's doing a good job. I think he's moving, making an ugly fight.
Salient points by Abner Matias. From my vantage point, it appears that Cruz is Romero along the ropes.
You know, it's going to be up to the judges, and there's a nice counter right hand. What they like here and what they're seeing.
And Romero has to be careful. Cruz just trying to roll, trying to avoid the offense of Cruz, and there's some 7. Mr. Custer in the black with gold trim, Matias Romero.
He's just not a power hitter, and it didn't stop Cruz very much from coming in, but it was a great punch. Right in yet, but it still could be a big weapon for him in this match. Yeah, he tried it right there. It didn't get there.
I'm seeing it. I'm almost reading it.
Shopping right.
But he jab and then that hook.
3-punch combination by Romero
in this match.
To create space and to get in, you got to work your jab always.
Still movement, but a little less from Romero. Standing his ground and landing combinations.
Yes, he's making.
I thought 3 was a pretty close round too. Steve gave that to Cruz, but
under 30 seconds left. Right hand to the body by Cruz before Romero exits to the right. Under 10 seconds left here and at the fight sphere.
And one of the things he's used is the uppercut. It was later on in the round, and he kept his hands moving. Not all those were dramatic punches, but
Isaac Cruz has fought past round 8. Well, now for the second time.
Cruz has never been 12 rounds in his career.
There's a right uppercut by Romero.
I mean, you don't have to be the most powerful puncher, but he can go down.
There's an overhand right by Cruz. Let's bring in unofficial scorer Steve Farrad. How do you have it?
Why this is a difficult fight to score? Cruz is landing the harder shots.
Some really nice body work so far.
There's a 1-2 that splits the guard for Romero and another center line, Abner.
He's scoring really well. I mean, that's what you have to do.
Right hand to the body by Cruz as he has Romero.
That's not easy. Look at the
combination, and then yet that.
Exactly. So what do you score there?
It's unlikely, but I'll tell you what, did we think this fight was going to be, and it's been a very interesting fight, and I think Romero's having another good round here in round number 9.
Oh, I like Cruz's work in this round, Al.
Right.
10 seconds left in the 9th, and a right uppercut and another ring around. Do-si-do.
In the last round here, you see him. Now, not everything landing. The jab gets in, the right hand kind of partially blocked, but especially on the inside. There's his uppercut, which we mentioned earlier. He has a good one, and he lands 2 of them, and then goes for a 3rd.
Of using the entire ring, and he's still, being able to be quick with his feet.
Even so, what will the judges like? The boxing, the ring generalship, his thudding shots as Romero lands a jab, and there's a
6-0 is 1-0 over 12. And Cruz told us, he said, I'm not worried about going there. And again, we've established that they're probably not as hard as some of the Cruz punches.
The jab that he would utilize.
I mean, it's almost impossible, but something I want to mention about Cruz is,
he had the 10-round for
that's a great combination by Cruz.
Romero, and we've got to give Romero credit for having a good chin and taking these shots like that.
Another right and a left hitting Romero, but Romero throwing the combination. It's the 11th round on deck here at the Fight Sphere. 2 lightweights battling to move 1 step closer to title contention.
In that last round, Cruz landed some big power punches and did do right with Romero. Not comfortable being here in Connecticut in the bubble, where he thinks his fighter, Carlos...
There have been a few eyebrow-raising adjudications here at the Fight Sphere, and yet Matias Romero withstanding right hand. There's a counter left by Cruz. His back foot trying to bait. Oh, and he got jolted with that right hand by
Over a left hook by Romero.
Triple. You know it's there for Isak Cruz. There's a nice counter right cross by.
Thank you for that.
Coming up on the final 30 seconds.
We're all excited for that.
Bellator MMA. Romero with their version of Showtime here tonight. 15 seconds left in the 11th. Counter left lands for Cruz after Romero unleashes a combination.
This was the overhand right that came after the left hook. And the overhand right, a weapon that we talked about in the keys before this fight, the more powerful punch in.
The 12th and final round, lost by Cruz for punching low. Likely to guarantee that we won't have a draw here tonight at the Fight Sphere.
It's a very good point.
Get too close.
There's
the right hand very adeptly.
High altitude training and the fact that
Opponents.
yes, and moving up in weight like Al mentioned. Now there's definitely trying to utilize the ring, trying to avoid the firepower of Isak Cruz. Under a minute left to end.
Cruz has held him down a little bit.
We are at the point of the fight where there's Matias Romero again. Point deduction in round. And there's that right uppercut misses with the left hook, and Cruz trying to make one last statement here as the fight comes to an end.
You look at the total numbers landed and an edge for Romero, which we kind of expected there would be. But remember, boxing is a round-by-round affair, and the power of Cruz's punches seemed to be a little bit more. And both men landing at the same percentage of power punches, which is fascinating, which is everything other than the jab. We knew Cruz would not land many jabs. He didn't.
All three in favor of the winner of the WBA lightweight world title eliminator, Isak Pitbull